Chapter 5 Solar Inheritance. The flare warning came from orbit, not from Eden 12, not from the surface settlement, from the broken crown of Helios itself. High above Earth, fragments of the array still drifted, cracked mirrors kilometers wide, twisted magnetic coils frozen in silent rotation. Most were inert, some were not. One of the drones hovering at observation altitude shifted position abruptly. Its sensors reoriented toward the sun. A narrow spike of data transmitted down the elevator column. Dr. Rowan's voice changed. Solar mass ejection detected, he said, no longer projecting calm. Trajectory intersects Helios debris field. Clara felt the shift in the air before she understood the implication. When? She asked. 17 minutes. Mara's eyes lifted to the violet sky. The surface dwellers murmured softly, not panic, but recognition. Kale spoke quietly. We've seen smaller ones. Rowan's voice sharpened. This is not small. 200 years earlier, Helios had amplified a superflare by refracting and concentrating solar output. The orbital mirrors, designed to deflect radiation, had acted like lenses. Now, with much of the structure shattered but still scattered in unstable alignment, even moderate solar events could splinter unpredictably. A coronal mass ejection alone might be survivable. A coronal mass ejection passing through broken mirrors? Unknown. Rowan's projection flickered as data streamed behind him. Impact variance across the debris field suggests multiple secondary beams, he said. Localized radiation spikes may exceed initial burn thresholds. Mara looked at Clara. What does that mean? It means, Clara answered, the sky might break again. The drones shifted into defensive configuration automatically, deploying magnetic shielding arrays designed to disperse charged particles. But there were only 6, and the basin was wide. Rowan's soldiers began retreating toward the elevator column. Return to the shaft, one of them shouted. Kale stepped in front of Clara. They'll go underground. Yes, she said. And leave us. Rowan heard him. Surface population lacks adequate shielding infrastructure, he said clinically. Immediate subterranean retreat is the only guaranteed survival path. Mara's expression did not change. We survived the first burn. With catastrophic loss, Rowan replied. Your current numbers would not withstand a spike of this magnitude. Clara's heart pounded not from fear, but calculation. 17 minutes was now 12. She looked up. The sun had shifted subtly, its corona flaring brighter along one limb. Even through the violet distortion of the sky, she could see the tremor of release. Her skin prickled, not painfully, anticipatorily. She turned toward the crystalline forest. How much can it absorb? She asked Kale. He followed her gaze. The forest integrates background radiation continuously, but a concentrated surge could overload it, she finished. Mara stepped closer. You feel it differently, she said to Clara. Yes. Clara closed her eyes briefly. There was something else in the sensation, an undercurrent distinct from ambient solar flow. A pattern. Helios debris did not merely reflect radiation randomly. It refracted it along residual magnetic alignments. Paths. What if we redirect it? Clara said. Rowan's image sharpened. Clarify. The debris field bends the flare. You can model the projected vectors. We are already doing so. Then you know it won't hit uniformly. Rowan hesitated. No, it will fragment. Then don't shield everything, Clara said. Guide it. A beat of silence. Guide a solar mass ejection? Rowan asked flatly. You built Helios to guide the sun, and destroyed the world. Yes, Clara said evenly. Because you tried to dominate it. The wind intensified, carrying ionized particles that made the crystalline trees hum faintly. Kale understood first. You want to use the forest. Clara nodded. It already redistributes energy. If we create conductive pathways, amplify specific regions, we can channel the surge across the basin instead of letting it concentrate. Rowan's eyes narrowed. That would require synchronized electromagnetic output beyond your settlement's previous display. Mara's voice was calm. We can do more than display, Rowan processed rapidly. Our drones can project localized magnetic lenses, he said slowly. If calibrated precisely, they could nudge the flare fragments, not block, Clara said. Nudge. And your people? Rowan asked Mara. We anchor the ground, she replied. Clara looked between them. 17 minutes was now 12. This is what bridge means, she said. Rowan studied her face. Then finally, all units hold position. Abort retreat. The soldiers froze mid-movement. Kale exhaled slowly. You trust us? He asked. Rowan's answer was honest. No, the sky began to ripple. Even before impact, charged particles raced ahead of the main ejection, colliding with atmospheric remnants and Helios fragments. Auroral streams ignited across the horizon, violent ribbons of electric blue and white tearing through violet. The drones ascended higher, forming a triangular lattice. Uploading projected flare vectors, Rowan announced. Clara confirmed ground alignment. Clara stepped into the open basin. The sunlight intensified. Her skin ignited in luminous patterns, brighter than ever before. She could feel her cells accelerating repair cycles in anticipation. Kale and Mara joined her. Across the settlement, dozens of surface dwellers spread outward, forming a wide arc across the crystalline terrain. Follow my signal, Clara called. The first shockwave struck. Not visible flame, but pressure. The sky fractured into blinding white as a refracted beam tore through Helios debris and lanced downward kilometers away, vaporizing a distant ridge in a pillar of incandescent light. The ground shuddered. That's one fragment, Rowan said through static. Multiple incoming. Now, Clara shouted. She raised both arms. Energy slammed into her, not as pain, but as overwhelming force. For a split second, she felt herself dissolving into pure radiance. Her modified melanocytes flared, absorbing and dispersing photons at biological limits. She redirected the surge downward, into the soil. Kale and the others did the same. Across the basin, crystalline trunks ignited in cascading brilliance. The drones adjusted position, projecting magnetic fields that bent secondary beams by fractions of degrees just enough. A concentrated fragment descended directly toward the settlement. Vector deviation insufficient, Rowan warned. Clara saw it, a white spear splitting the sky. Too strong. Instinct overrode thought. She stepped forward, directly into its projected path. Clara, Kale shouted. The beam struck her. For one impossible instant, the world vanished. There was no forest, no drones, no Eden 12, only light. It was not heat alone. It was information. Solar plasma carrying encoded history of the star's surface, magnetic turbulence translated into raw energy. Her body became conduit. Her cells screamed at structural limits. Telomeres elongated again. Repair enzymes fired in impossible cascades. She bent, not physically, electromagnetically. The beam split around her, refracting outward in twin arcs that carved harmless trenches along the basin's edges instead of through its center. The forest absorbed the overflow, pulsing violently but holding. The drones stabilized, reinforcing the new vector. Then silence. The sky dimmed back to violent violet. Residual auroras flickered weakly. Clara collapsed to her knees. Kale reached her first. Her skin still glowed, but faintly now, like embers after flame. Rowan's voice came through, breathless despite the distance. Radiation levels normalizing. Mara scanned the basin. No central destruction. No vaporized settlement. The flare had passed. High above, fragments of Helios continued their broken orbit. But this time, the sky had not broken. Clara inhaled shakily. Her vision felt different, expanded, as if some internal threshold had shifted permanently. Kale searched her face. You took it, he said quietly. She shook her head weakly. No, she looked toward the elevator column. We did. Rowan did not respond immediately. When he did, his voice had lost its edge. Surface and subsurface survival probabilities would have dropped below 40% without joint intervention. Mara looked at the soldiers still standing in their armored suits. For the first time, she said softly, you needed us. Rowan did not deny it. Clara pushed herself slowly to her feet. The sun burned above them unchanged, indifferent. But something fundamental had shifted below. Not peace, not unity, but proof. Helios had been an inheritance of arrogance. This flare had been an inheritance of consequence. And together, they had survived it. For now.